All right. I have a pumpkin dump cup full of puppies. Oh, now they get quiet. Find something new out every day. Today I found out that toads, they sound like a hungry puppy that hasn't opened its eyes yet. Um, this is a fish tank. We'll call this a representation of a prison. Now I saw these toads out there tonight, right? And I was thinking to myself, those toads are just loitering about. They must be up to no good. So I went up to talk to them and asked them for some ID. They didn't provide me with an ID. So I decided to apprehend them for up to 72 hours, as is the right. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 toads overall. I caught these toads all tonight, all on Main Street, all in about a 5-minute, maybe 10-minute period. Now look at these toads. They don't like it in there. Every one of these toads peed when I picked them up. What happens if a homeless person has to go pee? Well, these guys aren't paying me any rent here, so we're going to have to fine them for that. They don't have a real lawyer, so I can pretty much keep them in here as long as I want. It doesn't matter how much they plead or how much they squeal or how much they beg for help. And who's going to do anything about it? I mean, really, they're ugly, they're fat, they're covered in warts. And obviously, I'm bigger than them. Now, let's say, for the sake of example, that the United States government is willing to pay me between $145 and $275 per day to house each one of these homeless individuals. It's too bad I didn't catch them with a blanket in Boulder, Colorado, because that would be a much scarier situation. Then each one of these frogs would owe me over 60 hours of community service and over $400. Look at them in there. They don't like it in there. It doesn't matter if they're guilty or not. Eventually, they'll go fucking crazy in here. Now, if I go in there and I poke them, keep on poking them. Look at that. See? They want to get the hell out of there. But I'm poking them. They're in a corner. See this one over here in this corner? I'm poking him. I'm not poking him hard. It's not hurting him. So it's a lot nicer than the guards and the inmates that I was stuck with. But it's the fact that it's happening. The fact that he can't get away. All he can do is take it. Look at him. None of these frogs did anything wrong to me. None of them did anything to hurt me. None of them were violent. But look what they're at. Because I decided that they're lesser beings than me. If I was to do this to a human being, I'd go to prison. But human beings on the police force do this to innocent human beings all the time, and it's fine. How is that? This one right here is dang near white. This one right here, the small one, he's the darkest out of the crowd. They got similar markings, depending on which one. Like this one right here, it's a little bit darker, and this one that's the lightest. They have nearly identical marks, nearly identical warts. And this one right here, He has similar ones to this one over here. But genetically, because all of them have this one mark off center, off to the left, I know that they're all related. All these guys want to do is get out of there. You see that? They're not thinking about food. They're not thinking about comfort. They're thinking about freedom. Now, let's say I make a deal with them. You guys plead guilty to crimes that you didn't commit, and I'll let you out sooner. You're not going to get a real lawyer. No police officer is going to take your report about me. Nobody fucking cares about you guys. Nobody. You don't matter. You don't matter to anyone. You're ugly, and you're fat, and you're broke, and you're homeless, and nobody loves you. I hope you get ass raped to death in here. They don't care. I tell them just a small selection of the things that I've had to endure. And you notice I'm not beating them up. I'm not squashing them and trying to prevent them from being able to breathe. I'm not trying to break their wrist or break their arm. What I did was victimize some toads and then play victim. Now, if you don't mind, these toads didn't do anything wrong, and I'm going to let them back outside. Have you guys gotten to hear them chirp? Mostly this one right here. Oh, I turned that up so you guys